That's not good.
No.
What do you do?
Do you boys hear this? This is the sound of me making YouTube videos again. I don't mean my beautiful voice. I actually don't even know how much you guys will be able to hear it. Do you hear it? You have to. Check it out, boys. I have been gone for like a week. Dude, I miss you guys. But it just got hella cold out here. It got hella cold and I couldn't do any work and we were getting decked around with this heater situation. So I put all my efforts into this place for the last week. Let me show you guys what happened. Most importantly, I got this, the Mr. Heater Big Max. And listen to it go, boys. That's it on max, like that's as loud as it gets. That's the fan on and the heater pumping. Beautiful. So me and Chris hung this thing. We did all of the HVAC, we did the propane, we did the electrical. We got someone come in, gave it a tag. Like a certified propane guy came and said like, it's good, you guys did a good job. We insulated the entire attic. I know you guys have probably seen up there in previous videos, it was all bare. There's like a little walking trail from like here all the way over to there. We insulated the entire thing. Propane for this goes up across the attic, across that wall, comes out the side of the building and then hooks up into this little fat boy right here. So this thing's running on like 50 liters or something that they dropped it off with. And so we've had it running for like 2 days now, and today they're gonna come and fill the thing the rest of the way up, which means I don't have to worry about it, leave it running, keep this place hot, and we're good to go. So, aside from that, we got a new door, boys. This thing looks so dope. The old door, I was closing it, and this, like the circle ring slid out by mistake, and when I closed it, the wood in the center split all the way down, and I was like, So we got a new door. I'm extremely pleased with that. Finally, I told you guys we insulated the attic, but the attic had no proper ventilation. You can barely see it, but we installed a couple roof vents up there to let it breathe. So this place is now like properly done. It is properly insulated, properly ventilated, properly heated. Other than that, Hot Wheels have been rolling in like crazy too over the last week. Tons of you guys are sending them. If you guys want to send Hot Wheels to the P.O. box, we're gonna build a massive like Hot Wheels shelf rack type deal. It's gonna be sick, and you guys are all gonna have participated. I'm gonna put your little Instagrams or names or whatever you guys want underneath everybody who sends me Hot Wheels' Hot Wheel. This thing has been sitting here for longer than it should be, and I'm sick of it. So today, we're making some progress on this engine bay. This is one of those jobs where like doing it makes the build look really nice, but at the same time, I'm giving myself so much more work to do. We gotta take everything out of here. Actually, you know what? It's probably not terrible because a lot of the stuff's just getting replaced. Can you tell what time of year it was when I left this thing just chilling outside? Gross. I think I'm actually gonna go full send with this, and I'm gonna rip these fenders off too and just clean up like all in here. You guys can see it's like a little bit rusty. It's not terrible. You can see where my wheels were rubbing, dude. They're rubbing so bad. They're rubbing all right here. They were oh, I found some bad stuff. Okay. Yo, this is exciting. I've been saying to Courtney that like, I think this is the last old car I want to work on. Like when I'm done with this one, I might even have to sell some cars and start buying like newer stuff just because I hate doing the rust. Okay, it's weird. I like doing the rust stuff. I like bringing back cars that like are at the end of their life and kind of giving them more hope and also making them super dope. But a part of me also wants to just be ripping around like BRZ, like Genesis type stuff, because those cars, man, when I build them, there's no like, yo, if you don't fix this, this car is gonna die. You know what I mean? So I noticed this one originally because this fender liner actually tore out while I was driving one day because it was like way too low and it blew out in a parking lot. When I looked under here, just now, I realized this whole thing is rotten, like really rotten. Not just like jokingly rotten, like that's bad, boys. That's so bad. That's just crunchy butt juice, man. When I show you surface rust and I'm like, yeah, this isn't bad, that's just because it's just on the surface. Like, this is what a bad rust spot looks like. So that needs like some major repairs. And when I bought this car, man, the guy was like, yo, this car is perfect, and I remember just being like, okay, this guy knows something's wrong and he's hiding something. He's the kind of guy that told me it had AC and none of the lines were even connected. Like the AC pump didn't even have a belt on it. Like if you didn't know what you were doing, he would have sold you a total turd and you would have thought it was the most best car in the world. Something tells me that he knew what was up with all this stuff. Because when I took this fender liner off, this piece of metal just flew out. Well, that's not good. I'm like, what just happened? And I'm looking, it's got a rivet here. It's got holes all up and down the sides of it. It's got 2 rivets left, and the rest is rusty. And I instantly thought, oh, shit. And I looked up to find a giant hole. You gotta be joking, man. Man. Ugh. Why do people even try? Like, why would you even bother? Bro, like, this is not a rust repair. Putting rivets, just so we're all on the same page here, guys. Putting a rivet in a piece of metal to block a gaping hole is not rust repair, it's rust endorsement. Because now you're asking for to get trapped in the hole that you left. To seal something from rust, you have to seal that mother off. That's honestly a major surprise. Like, I thought I would find some bullshit, but I didn't think I was gonna find the worst rust repair job I've ever seen in my life. You know what? All I really can say is I'm super thankful that I wanted to paint the engine bay, because it's not terrible. And if I didn't take this all apart now, I literally would never have found that until the car was already decked out, and then it was like, hey, you really screwed yourself here. Now I gotta figure out how to get these out, because when we were doing this bolt actually like stripped right out. You guys can see that. It's supposed to be like tacked to the other side of this. So that is no longer there. I'm gonna have to try and cut this out to get this motor mount out. My goal was to just clean up like this slight little rust right there and then paint the engine bay. You know, when you're editing this, go look at like a sandblaster or something, like a parts cleaner. So you can like blast all these bolts before you put them back in, because like every single bolt is f***ed. I'm trying to get this one out of this control arm for like 15 minutes. Bev? Oh my God, can you film?
I have so much good news.
Okay, good.
I think.
Okay, just tell me it later. 1 sec. Are you excited to see what I found?
Yeah, I heard you found something bad from Instagram.
Oh, I mean, like, I don't know what people are gonna think, but like, boy, is it bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's exciting. I'll show you in a second. That's the pin for the brakes. Oh, that's the pin for the clutch. Oh, my head. Okay. My hair, Custy?
Oh, yeah.
Can you wipe it? For like a good... I'm gonna take a nap right here. Check this out. You ready?
Will I know what I'm looking at?
Well, you know what you're looking at. I'm gonna say yes and yes. So this, what would you call this piece?
It's like a part of the frame, is it not?
Yep, correct. Now look at this, what would you call it? It's a big old hole.
That's not good.
No.
What do you do?
Well, you do a rust repair job. But let me show you how not to do a rust repair job. You ready? For a rust repair job, you do not cut a piece of metal, put a bunch of rivets into it, and then hope it stays up there without sealing it.
Oh no. Did you cut that or did he?
He cut it. I took the fender liner out and this went, it was not even up there, dude. It's just a massive hole over here.
So this?
That's supposed to be frame.
Is this?
Yeah.
Like he should have cut this out.
Yeah, like I thought that one was bad, and then I saw this one is not as rusty, but like it's gone.
And this is the frame.
Yeah, it's a frame. Yeah, so I got lots of new stuff to do. The fact that you know what's wrong just makes me wonder, like, who is mechanically inclined enough to cut it out, put rivets, do all that, but not do it properly, man? Let's go out of here, come on. All right, let's see if we stand a chance against this. Oh, that might have been my ratchet. Okay, there's not too much left. There's like this couple motor mounts on this side. This one's actually completely blown. It was just chilling in there. Fucking garbage, man. Doing it pretty good. I'd say every single thing that's been bolted to this back firewall, I've had to cut one of two bolts off. So I had to cut this motor mount completely off because both the bolts or the nuts that were welded inside the frame snapped off. Same thing that's been happening everywhere. So I cut that motor mount out. I had to cut like 3 brackets off the back here. Okay, so we're gonna shove this whole plate inside. Oh, no we're not. You know what might be way easier than that? Can you see the hole where I pulled? just took that plate off?
Yeah.
Okay, just yank that wire. Pull it. Okay, bye. I'm not entirely sure like what is happening with ECU because I remember we got a EK conversion harness that goes into the ECU, and then we got a K20 wire tuck harness. I'm slightly confused. Either way, if you're gonna paint your engine bay, yo, just disconnect these at your ECU and rip the whole thing out. Do not fish it all in there. Even if you're gonna tuck it, bro, if I knew I could do it that easy, I would never have shoved every single harness. You know how long it took us to do that? I would have unplugged this, shoved it out, walked the whole thing around, and then just plugged the base back in, having this inside the car. Okay, so this one's actually way easier to pull in. You guys can see like the entire harness is like just chilling right here. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but there's like a big hole. It literally just pulls right in, right near these sick Momo pedals. So that's good, that's nice and easy. And the engine bay's good, dude. The engine bay is as naked as it gets. I think this is the most stripped I've taken one down. Like we got no stub frame, no power steering rack. Oh, I forgot that little connection. I'll have to go back and get that guy. I'm sure I gotta go around and yeah, just get like a couple little tabs that I forgot. But like this is sick, dude. I took out as many lines as I physically really could. I'm pretty sure that aside from like tucking things and like wrapping them up the day of painting, like this section is ready to go. It's a little bit of a bummer that I'm gonna have to wait to do that to get all this rust repair done, but what I wanna do before I keep doing anything, I wanna take off anything that is on this car that no longer needs to be there. I say that as if there's a lot, but I really just mean like the shifter linkages. We need to make sure that I don't find any more random rust. Like the underside, aside from the fact that I kind of broke that little retaining thing when I was taking the engine out, the underside's so minty, man. Like there's literally like no real rust or issues. There's a leaf. You know what? Those brake lines kind of look custy. And the fuel lines kind of look custy too. So that doesn't surprise me. I'd actually probably rather make new lines. It's just mainly like little dots, little surfacey boys. For an old Ontario car, I was pretty stoked about it. But you know what we might do? There's enough stuff. Every once in a while, there's like the little rust spots, right? They're so frequent. I feel like it might be worth our while to just completely strip this entire car down to like a frame and just sand the hell out of it and put rust paint everywhere. I know that sounds extreme and you're gonna think I'm crazy, but like, those don't look bad, little rust spots, but if you don't clean them up and deal with them, like eventually it's gonna get worse, right? They're just gonna continuously get worse and worse and worse, and then we're gonna have a problem. So I may as well clean those up, like all under here at least, underneath the car. I mean, I did coilovers, so I remember being up in the trunk and I didn't see anything funky up there. I don't see anything funky down here. Everything up there looks minty, nice and black. Not only was I telling you guys my plan was to make this like an affordable Civic, it still is my plan. We're gonna do everything super affordable as good as we can. We could fully send this. You guys gotta comment right now if you want us to just fully send this car, make it like the most absolute beast, top quality thing. That's what we're gonna do. May as well drop this guy while we're under here. So I guess I'll put these in like the half and half pile. I don't know if I need it for sure. I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. Alright, well that was a little bit of a change of plans today because I was planning on getting like the engine bay all sanded down, like ready for paint, and then basically being ready to like come back out here tomorrow and start painting, but like that, it's just not gonna work. And I'm not educated enough on like if that's something that I should just patch or if that's something that, I know obviously that gives like all the strength to up here, like realistically, I think it's actually really important. Like this is the frame rail. You guys can see like this would be your frame rail that comes out and comes right to the front. So like that is technically not your frame, but like it is a portion of it. And like a lot of your suspension and stuff is riding on that, I feel like. So I feel like there might even be a benefit to, since that's already rotten, just kind of slice it off and put like a tube or something where it used to be like underneath it or something to give it some extra strength. I'm not sure if you guys can like picture what I'm saying, but I just feel like there's gotta be a better way. And since we have it already off and you can see like all this is kind of like, not bad rusting, but rusting. And I showed you guys there's some stuff underneath the car. I think I'm gonna kind of change my plans from trying to get this engine bay painted so we can dump the motor in to like, you know what? Let's just send it with the rust repair on this car. Because it's really not a lot. We just gotta rust repair like the two things that I'm showing you. We might not even need to rust repair them. We might just tube the front end of it. Not really tube, but like, you know what I'm saying? Tube some of it. And then just kind of like sand down and frame paint everywhere so that it like cannot rust anymore. But I don't know. I haven't decided and I'm kind of uneducated on this. That's it. The garage is warm. We're back making progress. I'll catch you next time. Peace out. Stay committed.
boys.
Hey, my propane's here! That's good, because I could use a break from breaking. Oh, let me let the boys in.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, man.
I don't even have to help him. He is self-efficient. Which means I guess back to breaking.